This historic Totra boundary fence was built in 1878. It surrounds this present church, which was built in 1871. Constructed in Gothic Revival style, it replaced two previous churches built on the site. The first church was built on the site in 1831 under the instructions of the Reverend Samuel Marsden, and it was here that New Zealand's first European wedding took place in 1831. This impressive looking small organ was installed in 1885. It arrived in parts from England and was assembled by the missionary women on the station. They were obviously a very capable group. Leaving the church, we crossed to visit the equally historic Mission House. This one remaining building is part of what was once a larger English-style village settlement. This building dates from 1831. It is now well maintained as a responsibility of the New Zealand Historic Places Trust. In the 1830s, this area contained a variety of buildings: a watermill, brickyards, schools, barns, stables, blacksmith and a carpentry shop. Only the occasional indentation in the ground indicates these past constructions. These Pit Island sheep are descendants from a flock of 50 introduced by the Reverend Samuel Marsden between 1814 and 1830. They look quite different to sheep normally found on New Zealand farms today. They shed their own wool. The ram's horns can reach 1 metre long, and they can lamb more than once a year. Twin births are quite common. A small admission fee gives us entry inside the building, where we can see furniture from the period and from the missionaries. Especially interesting is this model of the original mission station settlement. The Reverend Samuel Marsden wanted to establish here a model farm, self-sustaining, one which could give skills and education to local Maori, as well as providing for the needs of the missionary families. The missionaries brought with them their own furniture, such as this mahogany table and mahogany bookshelf. And of course beds and all the necessities of everyday living. The stairway leads down to the cellar. The missionary families brought with them a touch of the England they had left behind in their furniture and various fittings around the house. An interesting piece of equipment is this hand-turned lathe with this giant flywheel. I wonder whose job it was to turn the wheel. brick chimneys of the downstairs fire give warmth to the attics upstairs. Today these upstairs rooms form a small museum. They contain a range of artefacts and photographs and pictures dating back to the original missionary period. From them we get an idea of what life was like in Waimate North in the 1830s and 1840s. What from the distance looks like a doll's house is in fact a model of the mission settlement's water-turned flour mill. Despite its early success, the mission settlement did not reach its expected potential. The soils were not as fertile as once expected, and following local wars, Maori interest in Christianity declined.